Good day, everybody. Rob here at westernpacificweather.com. It is currently the 5th of December 2010 and a fairly quiet day out there today. But looking at the short-term forecast, actually it's the next 24 to 48 hours, this very clear area up right in here, the Siberian high, is going to start to move towards the southeast. And this is the cold surge, as named in the title of this video, that we're really going to be producing the weather here over the next week here. But as you can see, some clouds developing right in here. That's actually associated with a baroclinic low near the surface, very weak, but this is really what's going to set off the chain of events as this starts to move off towards the east here, and we look at the surface analysis here. This high pressure up in here of 1,052 millibars located over Mongolia here will start to drift towards the southeast, really ridge in over all this area. But the big note is with this is this northerly wind. As we know, air rotates anticyclonically around high pressure, so that basically means on the right side of this you're going to have all this northerly wind starting to move towards the south here, and as this starts to move farther towards the southeast, it's going to interact with the trough of low pressure down here just south of Honshu and really increase the gradient winds out of the north throughout this entire region here. So actually looking at Tuesday morning into Wednesday, these strong northerly winds bringing much colder temperatures throughout this entire area here. And actually, I always note the 540 line, as you can see, very far south here, actually dipping down all the way south of the Yellow Sea and throughout much of Honshu. It really kind of stops right at the Japanese Alps here. But definitely the west side of Japan here could see some sea effect snow showers here, similar to lake effect snow showers in the States or a bay effect anywhere else. But this is one thing to note, that you definitely can see some snow showers up here in the Korea Peninsula and the west coast of Honshu as all this cold air starts to move towards the south here. And another thing though is that much of the Ryukyu Islands and even as far south as Taipei could see about a 10 to 15 and possibly a 20-degree temperature drop in many of these areas, especially farther north. You go up the southern coast of Kyushu as these northern temperatures start to move towards the south. Could see a dramatic temperature drop throughout this region. Then even looking farther out, actually here on the morning of the 9th, as all this cold air starts to move towards the south, is going to start to interact with this warmer air toward the Philippines and the Philippine Sea here. Now this is really going to produce some convective weather throughout this entire region here, and definitely some rain showers as a trough of low pressure starts to develop here. It's going to extend out south of Iwotoa here out towards the east here, but Philippines definitely by the 9th into the 10th going to see a deluge of rain here throughout much of the country. Good news though is that this is nothing to do with tropical weather. Definitely not going to see any sort of tropical storm form out of this. Bad news is definitely possibility for some flash flooding in the Manila metropolitan area from this. So could see some also convective storms and some pretty severe storms with this as we start to see cooler air move towards the south over the Philippines. So one thing to watch here. As I said, I expect no tropical weather out of this, and the main reason why is a high amount of vertical wind shear. We look at the 300 millibar analysis here from KMA. This is indicating where the jet stream is, and as that cold surge starts to move south, you're actually going to see this jet stream move farther to the south. Now, the jet stream is really indicated by 50 knots of sustained winds or greater in the upper levels. They're actually at the 300 millibar level is really where we look at it. So this is definitely going to shear off any convective or any tropical type weather down in here, but it could increase the amount of thunderstorms and such throughout much of the Ryukyu and far south as Taipei, but definitely the Philippines is going to be seeing some convective weather here. And looking a little bit farther towards the south and actually to the southwest here, we do see the Asiatic high out here to the north, but some areas of low pressure over the Bay of Bengal here and even farther out into the Arabian Sea. Actually, a couple of poor areas from JTWC. Actually very visible here on this enhanced IR shot, one here and another area right here, both the tropical weather. And as already noted though, if there is any chance for any tropical weather this time of season, this area right in here, this monsoonal trough, is definitely the highest probability of where stuff would form in this area. That is all for your quick weather overview for today, everybody. As already noted though, the big story in the upcoming week here is definitely going to be this cold surge moving in from the northwest here. But if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them in the comment box to the right. You can also email me as always. So thank you for listening and have a great day. Bye.